I don't want to hear anything more about that Boston thing. I don't want to hear any more details about it. My brain was shutting down because it was overhyped, oversaturated. Everything is distorted out of proportion. I know what's going on there. But see, here's the thing. There's some forces that are probably in the power structure, and these forces are having infighting. That's what's going on. And there's international intrigue involved, obviously. It is playing out on the global geopolitical forum out there. This is part of a war. It's not a declared war, but it's ongoing violence between the different forces out there. So forces from outside and forces internally are going on, and I'm going to make a really...
Water the plants.
Yeah, we're watering the plants, thank God for water. But here's this. If you succumb to fear that they're putting out there, they want you to fear, then they've already won the battle. You need to be eternally vigilant and know what side you're on. You need to know what God you're worshiping. Because when people say God, they really don't mean dooley squat. God is either God that created the earth and life, God, otherwise known as Yahweh, Yahu, Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh, the unpronounceable tetragrammaton of the Hebrew, the Kabbalah, or Jah, Jehovah, or any number of other names, also as the Muslims call Allah. That's really supposed to be God, and that's what they're referring to. It's the same. It's the same force, just with different names. And they also have various different pronunciations of it. So if you have that, you can't fear anything that comes from men, because their God is something else. Their God is known as money. Their God is known as lies. Their God is known as death, and that's not my God. See? So get it straight, find out what side you're on, and none of that stuff is going to intimidate you. As I told you, I'm always armed. I'm always going to be armed. I'm always going to be armed, and I know how to use it. I'm always going to be armed, and I know how to use it. And a lot of times I'm carrying something else, and if you don't understand that, well, this can do a lot of damage just in itself, and it's just a little doohickey. So you can ratchet it up too, also with your little toys, because that's your right. But here's the thing. This thing that happened out there in Boston, there's different laws state by state and also region by region depending on your sheriff's department in your particular county. So what I'm talking about is jurisdiction and territory. This kind of thing that happened in Boston, I seriously doubt they could pull that off in the West. I seriously doubt it, but it remains to be seen how far they want to push it, how far they want us to fear. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. You can't make me fear. You can't make a lot of us fear, because we're fearless. We are conquerors of the mind and of the human challenge. We rise up to a spiritual level. And that's what it's going to take to restore America. And if you can't talk about it that way, you ain't in on the solution. You are not going to be with the victory. It's not about America. It's about the world. You want to restore the world? You want to restore humanity back to its honor and dignity? You first better love God and respect God and fear nothing. There ain't no man, no machine, no paranoid whatever going to come down the pike that's going to shake your resolve in your soul. And it's not dependent on the things that you have or the weapons. It's not. It's dependent on what you have within yourself, who you really are and how you really are. That's your greatest weapon, your mind and the things that you say. Just when it comes down to it, cut to the chase. You don't fear nothing. And none of this stuff's going to intimidate you. So I don't want to hear any more details about all this and this and this and that. And it's just garbage. It's just hogwash. All they're really trying to do with it, with their infighting, bursting out like that, you see a little bit of it, and then they twist it, and they twist it to try to use it to their advantage. It ain't going to work unless you let it. It's not going to work with me, and I've proven that. Thanks for listening. Make sure you comment. Let's get the debate going here. If there's any questions still, if there's any doubt, and share this, and make sure you subscribe, because everybody knows that YouTube is flawed.